So girls, this was just a little bit of a sample of what I do in the Mother Strong League. Obviously, in the first few phases, we're not gonna have this type of intensity, but as you progress, as everything, as any workout, as you progress, the intensity is gonna increase. And one of the biggest things that I talk about in the Mother Strong League is that you don't need hours upon hours to get a very good workout. For example, this workout I did today was roughly 45 minutes, less than an hour workout that you can do in and out of the gym. So that's the beauty of the Mother Strong League and the workouts I have created for it, is that they are efficient, they're fast, and you can definitely squeeze them in your day. In the video, we did lower body, mostly focusing on the posterior chain. I started warming up with glutes to get the glutes activated with the side kicks, side cable kicks, and then the wide cable goblet squat. And then we did the step up on the Smith machine, and then deadlift on the Smith machine. You know what? I think that now, looking back, for a very long time during my competitive career, I had to train a way that I didn't necessarily enjoy, because the goal of the training was to look a certain way for the stage. And many times I had to train in a way that I didn't feel challenged, that I didn't necessarily enjoy, like as I said. So I am actually a lot happier with the style of training that I have now, because it is something that I feel I can push myself. I'm not really training for anybody or anything other than myself. Then we moved on to the CrossFit part of the gym, and then we did sumo deadlifts, then overhead squats, and then jumps. If you look, the jumps, they weren't very high. I just like to increment some kind of crazy stuff in the middle of my workout, so the heart rate stay up and the intensity stay up. That's the kind of training that I enjoy, and I think I have found to be the most effective. So I find that the training now is my happy time, my me time, my escape. And it's a time that I find to reconnect with myself by doing something that I really enjoy. Quite honestly, I prefer my training much more now, even though they're shorter and I'm not necessarily training for anything specific other than myself. I feel like I challenge myself a lot more now than I possibly did before. I'm not saying that my training for competitions was easy, by all means, not that. They were just very different. And there were a lot of times during my competitive career that I didn't enjoy what I was doing. And now I do what I want, kind of thing. So yeah, that would be the main difference. And then after that, I went a little bit nutty. The workout should have finished there, but then I was like, oh sure, why not? We're here already. I'm almost done. So I went for 50 leg extensions, 20 pumps, squat pumps, and then 15 narrow leg jumps, 2 times. One of the main concepts of muscle growth is progressive overload. And too many people focus on the progressive overload only on the load as in weight part of it, but there are many ways for you to progress other than just increasing the weight. One example, if you improve your range of motion, let's say you had a load, you were squatting, I don't know, 80 pounds. Let's say you're squatting 80 pounds. And before you used to go just above parallel. And then after a while, you manage to get below parallel. That is a progress. That is still considered progressive overload. If you're squatting with 60 pounds and Before you need in between sets, 1.5 to 3 minutes rest, and now you can manage to have just a 45-second rest. That is progress. So I think that a lot of people focus too much on the progressive overload coming from the load in itself, when there are many other ways for you to progress that is not just by increasing the weight every single time. And that's one of the things that I like about this training that I just did. If you see, I'm not lifting crazy amounts of weight, but I am moving fast. I am getting good range of motion, and I am constantly on the go. A lot of people are like, oh, what's the best exercise for weight loss? The best exercise for weight loss is to stop eating crap, plain and simple. Hypertrophy, muscle gain, body fat loss, all of this is going to come mostly from your diet, and then you complement that with the style of training. It doesn't matter how much you exercise. If you have a poor diet, that is still going to reflect on your physique. You don't have to live off broccoli and chicken breast and sweet potato. I personally don't. I eat cookies. Sometimes I'm a mom. I drink wine because that's what stops me from losing my shit. So, but I still eat healthily for the most part. 80-90% of the time I have a fairly healthy diet, but I find that having a balanced approach to diet, to your nutrition, is the most important, because even coming from a competitive background, I noticed that whenever you have that very extreme approach to the style in which you diet, 9 out of 10 times you're gonna rebound, and you're probably gonna gain the same amount of your weight that you lost, if not more. So I think that having a balanced approach and not having a radical mentality, in looking at the big picture instead of looking at how much weight you want to lose within the next 8 weeks, is much more important, to see if you can see yourself doing that type of diet 5 or 10 years down the line. So ladies, I hope you enjoyed this workout. I hope you enjoyed all my tips. I'll be more than happy to share more about my life, about my tips and tricks. If you want to find me, I'm on Instagram at Nathalia Melo Fit. Facebook, the same thing, Nathalia Melo Fit. My website is Nathalia Melo Fit. And I also, if you're a mom, feel free to come check out my program for moms that's called Mother Strong League, where I apply everything that I just said, a flexible approach to training, a flexible approach to nutrition. That's pretty much the same style of training that I have been doing since having my kids. All my girls are having amazing success with this type of training. So check it out, Mother Strong League.